Just woke up today. We are getting into what has been described as the most fun or the most hard part of the AT. It's called Mahoosic Notch, and it's like 5 miles ahead of us. It's supposed to be a lot of boulders or something like that, but we just need to get through it, and then we can get into Andover. We can get another rest day, because me and Peanut are just beat to hell right now. Definitely very tired. I made it to Mahoosic Notch. It's just like constant rock climbing. But I'm looking in here. That's ice in July. And it's because there's a really cold breeze through here, which I think is a cave. Or maybe just a multiple collection of caves or something. I don't know. There's a very cool breeze in and among all these rocks. The terrain here is surprisingly swampy. I think they call them alpine bogs. They are all over the place. Looks like we've got some rock climbing to do. Wow. Whew. Oh my. Man, I just went up like 50 feet at least, just straight up. And then that's where I came from over there. Peanut! Up here! Dude, we go straight up this mountain. I made it to Mahoosic Notch. It's just like constant rock climbing. I'm looking in here. That's ice in July. And it's because there's a really cold breeze through here, which I think is a cave. Or maybe just a multiple collection of caves or something. I don't know. There's a very cool breeze in and among all these rocks. What on earth? Oh, now we got some caving. Oh, it is very, very cool in here. If I brought a helmet and a headlamp, I might just try to get underground. But I got places to be today. I really hope that stick is not the only thing keeping this big rock up. Whoa. Probably this way. Yeah, this is it. Man, I feel like I'm on an episode of Ultimate Ninja Warrior. Oh. Ooh, reminds me of caving more than hiking. That's for sure. I just came off one of the steepest climbs I've had to do. So Wildcat Mountain is considered to be the steepest climb, but that trail is upkept. This is not upkept at all. This is like someone took a machete and just started whacking away, going as fast as possible. Somehow this place, Maine, is muddier than Vermont, it's steeper than New Hampshire, and it's rockier in Pennsylvania, all in one. And I don't understand that. Perhaps I never will. I think that's where I'm going next. Like, look at this. Why is that on top of a mountain? What on earth is going on here? I don't even know how to traverse this. This way, I guess. Jump. Jeez. And look at this. In New Hampshire, this would be like a staircase. It'd be like a nice little staircase. You can go up, you can go down. But here, it's just like a mismatch of roots and rocks and whatever the heck else. Takes twice as long to navigate than the descents, in a sense, in New Hampshire. Oh my goodness. Apparently, this rock face is an acceptable trail. Somehow, this got past inspection. After almost 2,000 miles, my trekking pole has finally broken at long last. It took southern Maine to snap it. I'll have to get another one. Just got back from our hostel stay, going over Baldpate Mountain. It looks gorgeous. Not a bad view. Now I gotta go over to that peak. That's how a lot of Maine looks. You can see all the peaks that you go over. Most of it anyway. It's pretty cool. Oh, we are just going straight up the side of this rock. Made it to the top. Wow, that is gorgeous out here. This is kind of cool. There's a helicopter over here that's bringing supplies to one of the shelters. You can see it right there. Someone told me that there was going to be a helicopter coming in. I think they're building a privy or something, and so they're bringing all the supplies for it. That's awesome. The trail through here could definitely use a little bit of trimming. At least it's blazed properly. Lovely little stream, little waterfall. Very nice areas through here. There he went. A lot of these wind turbines up here. Looks so weird. Oh, Blue Mountain. Not really that great of a view, but that's our mountain for today. The rest of the day is going to be pretty easy, thankfully, because Maine has been kicking our butts so far. A lot of very rocky paths here in Maine. There are also a lot of blueberries. Yeah. They're everywhere. Oh yeah, got to some trail magic. Nice view. We're doing good. There are a lot of lakes in this area. I've passed 3 just today. Wow, that must be a nice place to live. This lake is a good place for some second breakfast. Got some leftover pancakes from this morning. It's a good one today. I know there's moose around. This is their bathroom area, I guess.
This is their toilet.
This is their toilet that we're walking through. We gotta see one before we leave, dude.
Ow, my knees.
Don't step in it.
Like falling backwards.
Going to look at some caves.
Yeah.
Here we go.
How was the notch for you?
Oh, I thought this was the cave.
This is a cave.
This is one of the caves.
It's a cave plural. Whoa!
Oh, here we go. Now this is a cave. The blaze is leading us into the deep dark.
This actually is down here.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Going into the cave, bro.
Yeah, this right here is an easier way than the way I came.
True. pass again. I lost it.
At last. Oh man. Oh, there's a arrow.
This is legit.
Yeah, this is. Oh. Yeah, there's the other blaze. Guess we gotta. All right, at the top. Nice.
Oh, did you know that these are the second
view.
biggest caves in Maine?
That's crazy, dog. That little cave area is pretty cool. But today we're going up Saddleback Mountain, which is supposed to have some of the nicest views in Maine. But there are those wildfires that are going on right now in Canada. And apparently someone told us it's going to be really smoky up here. So I'm hoping it won't be too bad. But we shall see. Finally got into the alpine zone here. And yeah, you can definitely tell there's a ton of smoke. My goodness. It might just ruin our view, but it's still pretty to look at, I guess. More blueberries. I wonder if they're different species. A little tartar up here. A little more sour. Still good though.
They're the ones exposed to more elements.
You have no idea.
There's so many people like I met at the beginning of that.
Yeah, I think so. Alright, went up this one. Now I'm going right up that one. This particular section is awesome. Definitely the coolest views we've seen in Maine so far. Whoa, that's where I came from, and then this is the mountain I'm going up. I can see why they call this Saddleback. This is incredible. I feel like I'm on the Halo in Halo. Now I'm going back up that mountain I was just looking at. This place is awesome. Just wow. Made it to the top of the other side. We got to camp so late today. We went over Saddleback Mountain and then one other little climb, but we are just so tired at this point. I'm so lazy. I don't even put the fly on my tent anymore. I just let it sit out and I'll just get rained on, I guess. We're gonna get some sleep and then we're gonna get to a hostel tomorrow. Me and Peanut just woke up. Going up the mountain today. Going up Crocker. Well, I am. Peanut has decided to skip it. But we're running out of mountains to go up. Slowly but surely, we're running out of elevation, which is good. Almost there. 2,000. Big accomplishment. Well done, sir. Well done.
GG, easy.
Easy. I think that's the mountain we're going up. One of those.
I really hope that this happened.
Got my chips. Got my soda. Or electrolytes. It's a good day for it. Getting over the Bigelows today, which is pretty much the last mountain range before Katahdin, and pretty much, I mean, the last mountain of the trail in a way, which is kind of crazy. I'm running out of elevation to climb. Found another cave halfway up Bigelow. Wow, got a tree growing down here. It's incredible. It's like a proper cave. Oh yeah, who knows how far that goes down.
I'm just a poor, wayfaring stranger, traveling through.
Not quite on top of the mountain yet, but I got this gorgeous view of a lake.
There'll be no sadness.
Right on the top of this mountain.
There'll be no sorrow.
And then Sugarloaf and Crocker
In
right
this
over there.
land
Huge skiing area.
to which
Man, it's a perfect day.
I'm going there.
Got a nice corridor of trees here.
Yes, I'm going there.
Sitting here seeing if I can see a moose. I really want to see one before everything's said that way. Ooh, made it to the top.
I'm just a going.
I think I gotta go over there.
Going over.
Almost to the top of Bigelow. Whoa. Cool. So close. It's incredible.
I'm going there.
There we are.
See my mama.
Made it.
I'm going there.
Oh,
More to roam. Oh, yes,
this is
I'm
incredible.
going over Jordan. I'm just
Ooh, someone told me
going over.
I should be able to see Katahdin
I'm just
from up here on a day like this.
going over.
Wow. I think I'm going over that ridge there in a minute. Bigelow West Peak. Awesome. Made it to the next peak. Something over here. Cool. I'm getting off of Bigelow Mountain today and then getting down into the valley where there is a river, the Kennebec River, that we're supposed to cross, but there's no bridge. And so apparently there's some guy with a kayak that takes through hikers across. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. Yeah, the way that this campsite goes through this little overhang. This is cool. I think that might be the river I'm crossing, but I'm not too sure. This landscape is very cool. It's been so dry here the past few weeks. The blueberries have completely dried up in the sun. Yeah, that does stink, but I'm glad there's no rain. There's a nice little beach they got here. Almost a perfect day for a swim, but it's just a little too cold, I think. This is the perfect place to see a moose. What a nice
maybe
cabin.
there's another cabin.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
This is you are a farter.
Bob Marshall has some areas that are just like that, where the trail's kind of a weird suggestion.
Yeah, it's more like route.
No, there's no trail at all in Canyon Trail. It's
like
all
a
cross
route.
country.
Yeah.
Got some pancakes, orange juice. Look at this guy. He thought he could get away from us. He couldn't, dude. There's no way. There he goes. We're getting across the Kennebec today. Heading straight for the river. There's supposed to be another ferry to get us across. Been hearing about this for a while. Hoping it'll be cool. Holy moly. Got some hikers waiting out here. Cool. Awesome. This is awesome.
All right, same thing. Step for the center, grab both sides all at once.
They're good fishing here.
Very good.
Very good fishing.
Brook trout, rainbow trout, brown trout, landlocked salmon.
Wonderful. I saw some pretty good rises while I was sitting
There's
here.
a big hole right over there.
Right.
It's about 60 feet.
Wow. 60 feet.
And you have this stream on this side. that
Crystal
feeds
clear
into it.
water.
There's a stream on the
Yeah.
other side that feeds into it.
It's a perfect.
Yeah, it's world-class
spot,
fishing
yeah.
here. Yeah. I'm really surprised there's no fishing guides. But, well, I can see them. They're way down there.
Oh right, yeah.
We getting up Pleasant Pond Mountain. We got Zach here. He knows what's up. And then we're gonna see if we can get to a pond down the way. This mountain's not bad. It's not bad at all. Got a nice scenic view. Not too bad, but the haze is starting to come back in. Oh, made it to the Moxie Pond. Ben caught him some fish.
There are much bigger ones in here.
That one will do just fine, man.
If you want them.
That'll do just fine. Got to the top of Moxie Bald Mountain. I think that's where it was yesterday. That haze is starting to come in again. Had a fun time with Zach yesterday. He came down from, well, I guess up to Portland, from Portland, and we did one mountain together, and then did about 14 miles, and he's headed back to his car now, but we had a good time. This is exactly how I have always imagined Maine. And that's exactly how it looks.
blackberries.
yeah, we found some blackberries.
Imagine they're not blackberries, you're gonna eat them and they're
Wait a minute, what?
gonna mess your stomach up.
No, it's fine. It's blackberry. It's a pretty big drop on the trail. Just right off into that waterfall. Whoa. Walking over this beaver dam. I don't know how old this thing is, but it must not be very old. Cool. Ooh, just got the Shaws, one of the, I've heard nicest hostels on the AT. We're gonna take a little zero here just to recoup our energy, and then we're gonna go into the 100-mile wilderness. It's gonna be awesome. We are trying us some Maine barbecue. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Maine barbecue. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see how this barbecue is. It's pretty good. Not quite as sweet as barbecue down south usually is, but it's still really good. The meat is very tender.
It is good.
I approve. I approve. All right, mac and cheese. It's made with like fancy pasta noodles. Not quite as good as like good southern mac and cheese, but it's still pretty good. This place is really nice. Breakfast. Oh, this resupply is like a hiker's paradise. They got like everything. Peak, mountain house. I think that's my box. My trekking pole has seen better days, but I got some WD-40, and I think I can replace the end of it with one of these carbon tips I found. Let's see what we can do. All right, good as new.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, she always does an awesome job with the package.
That is fucking.
And this is the last one, so she
went above and beyond.
Oh yeah, she went on all out on it. Awesome. Just got back from the hostel. Shaw's, really cool place. And now we're entering the 100-mile wilderness in a second here. 100 miles of just no roads, no nothing. And then Katahdin will be right there. So this is the final stretch. We're right at the end. Here it is. Here we go. Nice little spot to get water. It's crazy hot today. Hasn't rained in a while. We were supposed to ford a river, but it was just so low that we could just rock hop across it. And it hasn't rained at least in 2 weeks, which is good for us. That just means all the blueberries are pretty much gone because of the drought. And the water sources are pretty low too. Hopefully it'll be a little easier, a little cooler tomorrow. So peaceful out here. Made it to the top. Old fire tower. If it weren't so cloudy, that would be an awesome sunset. Phew. It's now day 2 in the 100-mile wilderness. We are officially less than 100 miles away from Katahdin. Ooh, awesome, almost there. We did 18 yesterday. We're gonna do another 18 today, then a couple 22s, and we'll be there. Less than 5 days. Whoa, I found a plane crash. Someone told me about this. This is cool. Man, this looks like it happened like maybe a few years ago, but this happened in like the 90s. Someone was telling me about it. Apparently a guy and his son were driving through with some camping gear. It crashed and then they got up and walked away. Apparently they didn't even have like injuries or anything. And you would not believe that considering the extent of this wreckage. Holy crap. Lucky sons of guns. Nice little view here. Well, it took about 2 days, but I broke my trekking pole tip again. Even though this one looks really nice. It did not take very much force at all to just snap it right off, which is probably why it was in a hiker box. Cheap and whatnot, but easy come, easy go, I guess. It's very dry, but we still have to ford this river without any shoes on because there's not enough to rock hop. Here we go. It's actually a pretty hot day today, so this is gonna feel nice. Ooh. Nice and cold. This is nice. It's only ankle deep. Some people were saying on Far Out that it's shin deep, but I wouldn't even say that. There's even a few little benches where I can sit here and dry my feet off. Cool. It's the next morning in this 100-mile wilderness. We got one more mountain we gotta climb up. And apparently we can see Katahdin from the backside of it. And then we will basically be there. It'll just be flat for the next 50 miles. Can't wait. Oh my gosh. Made it to White Top. Or White Cap. Can't see Katahdin yet, but oh, here we go. View. I really want to see Katahdin. This will be the first time that I've been able to see it. Someone said that you should be able to see it off Bigelow, but it was a little too hazy that day. I don't know which one it is. I have to use my viewfinder. It's a little hazy, but you can see it. It is that enormous mountain over there. Holy crap, it just towers over everything else. Finally, I'm here. I don't got but another 60 or so miles of relatively flat, and then I'll be climbing up that thing. I Cannot wait. Looks like we might actually get some nasty weather before we get to Katahdin. That's wild. Got some trail magic. Truman's uncle came and brought us some stuff. We're having fun. Not 40 more miles left?
Yeah, 45 I think.
There's a lot of logging trucks. Holy moly. Yeah, Truman or Peanut is the guy I've been hiking with. He just by chance has some family up in Maine, so he brought us some drinks and some Pop-Tarts and some other stuff. And now the last 40 or so miles to get into Baxter State Park, which is where Katahdin is only flat ground. No more mountains in between us and Katahdin, only the very flat walking by rivers. And so I'm gonna see how far I can get. I'm just gonna get as far as I possibly can today. Just gonna drink coffee, see how far I can get. Walking through here, you can see how crazy this drought has been. All these ferns and a lot of these smaller plants are just dying because there's just no water. Since we've been in Maine, it hasn't rained at all. Last night we had like a tiny little sprinkle, but it wasn't anything that we even needed to get our rain jackets out for. And now it's gotten to the point where just everything is so thirsty that it's just dying. It does look like there may be some rain on Sunday, which is when we want to hike Katahdin, which is just perfect. But I doubt it'll rain that much, but we'll see. Sitting out on this rock, in the middle of the lake, this little path that runs to it. And I'm hoping tonight I might be able to see some moose either tonight or tomorrow morning. Really want to see one of these things before I get to Katahdin. Holy crap. That was the coolest thing I've ever seen. All of these oysters were down here. This must be its house. I got started walking already, but that little campsite was amazing, which is why I decided to stay there last night. But I got to make up the miles that I didn't do. So today I'm going to attempt to go the longest I've ever gone, which is 33 miles. But the going is pretty easy, or at least it looks easy. So I'm going to go 33 miles. And that's gonna be the longest I've ever gone. It's gonna be great. This is the first really good view of Katahdin that I've gotten. Over this lake. That is just incredible. Looks a lot like Mount Washington. I think this is the first time that AT has gone along a beach. got this great view of Katahdin right here. Oh my gosh, almost to camp. I've done 30 miles today. 3 more to go. All right. Made it out of the 100-mile wilderness at last. Holy moly. That was something. All right. Here's the ball bridge. There must be something really pretty over here. No freaking way. Is that Peanut? It is Peanut. Holy crap. Man, that's beautiful. Son of a bitch.
I didn't expect to be seeing you here on today.
Dude, how many miles do you think I've been? There it is. Almost there. But I gotta summit not today or tomorrow. I gotta do it on Monday because what they want you to do is to get to get to here. This is the A-Ball Bridge, which is just before the state park. But they want you to get to the state park, get a permit, hike to the base of the mountain, stay at their campground, and then summit. So basically you have to get there a day early. So I would be at the campground tonight and then summit tomorrow, but there's rain tomorrow, which is the first day in Maine that we've had any rain. So we've gone a month without it, and of course the day that we get here, it's raining. But oh well. I don't want to get struck by lightning, so I'm just gonna play by their rules and get up there on Monday. I planned my flight a couple days out anyways, though. Works out.
Partly sunny with a 30% chance of rain. Highs will be around 70. Lows will be in the mid 40s.
Oh yeah, look at all those clouds brewing up there. Glad I decided to hold it off a day. All I gotta do today is get to the Birches. The campsite's only 9 miles. 9 nice and flat miles. But I'm gonna get some coffee first. We got us mug root beer, boy. What you know about that mug root beer, little sissy boy? This hornet's trying to drink my mug. Get the hell out of here. I said get the hell out of here. That's what I thought. No, don't get. All right, Baxter Peak, 14.8 miles. Gonna do 9 of that today, and the last little bit is for tomorrow. That might just be my last view of the mountain before I'm up there. Baxter State Park. Here we are. We've got a nice waterfall here. This is apparently big Niagara Falls. Whoa. One last little bit of rain for old time's sake, I guess. Made it to the campground.
How long you been planning it out to do that?
Here it is.
25 years.
Wow.
Gonna
That's
go on the
awesome.
hunt
I grew up
trail.
in the Netherlands in Europe,
You
so
did, okay.
and
There it
then
is.
I migrated 20 years ago
Awesome.
to Australia.
We made it to the Birches. Nice little campground. They're really big on conservation here, so even though this is a huge campground, they only allow 12 thru hikers in here every night. So I got up real early this morning so I could get a spot because you got to sign up for it. And tomorrow I'm going to be summiting Katahdin. This is the last place that I will camp. Hopefully the rain will stop in a little bit so we can get a nice fire going. That would be awesome. My darn tufts finally wore out. Just woke up, everybody else already left the shelter, but I gotta go over to the ranger station to meet Peanut and his parents, and we're gonna rock up Katahdin. Peanut just brought me my sandwich. I had to go get my stuff. Him and his parents just went up ahead, so I'm going to catch them. But I'm super hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and eat the sandwich. Here we go. Starting to climb. Met back up with Peanut and his folks, and we are just rocking to the top now. I think that's one of the other peaks. It's rocky up here. But it's nothing I haven't seen before. It is windy though. Windy and cold. Probably gonna have to get my sleeping bag out at the top. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh, I can see a big rock up there. Let's get it. Oh. Gotta keep going. Oh, here, sorry. Tight quarters here. This trail is pretty crazy. I've dreamed of this moment for quite some time. It feels strange that it's finally here. Just gotta get up the last 1,000 feet or so.
I think we should do a picture first. Yeah. Are we going to use one camera to share?
Oh yeah, where you gotta get back to?
Yeah. Love it.
Wow. That's a lot.
Me too.
I think I'll go home now.